All right, guys, are you a busy person? You got a lot on your plate. You need to get a lot of work done really quickly, really efficiently. Well, a big monitor is going to always help you do that. It's going to help you get all that stuff on the screen all at once. And this is a really cool monitor. Very cool looking monitor from HP. This is the 2408H. Now, the H stands for HDMI. That's because it's got an HDMI input. Take a look at how sweet this thing is. This is probably one of the most articulate monitors I've ever actually worked with. I personally own the 22-inch version of this, which is the w2408h, and I love it to death. And I'll tell you why. Partly is because of how easily it is to move it up and down, how nicely it swivels, and you can actually rotate the whole thing into portrait mode, or to view whole websites or your inbox. If you have multiple monitors, it's great to have one with your desktop and all your programs, and then to have the other one with all your emails, especially if you use Outlook. Here at work, here at where I am, everyone has two monitors, and a lot of people flip one of theirs over. This is one of those monitors that can do that. Now, let's talk about some of the specs on this monitor. It's very impressive as far as what it comes with. Now, let's talk first about response time. It's 5 ms, very fast. So if you're going to game, if you're going to play TV, sports, anything on here is going to look great. You're not going to get any ghosting, no remnants. Everything's going to look great, crystal clear. 1000:1 contrast ratio. That's the static rating, not the dynamic. So dynamic, they tested it in an all-black room with non-reflective materials. 1000 is just in regular uses. Now, right now, you're looking at this. It looks a little bit washed out almost. The camera guy had to adjust the settings. This is at the lowest brightness it can go to. And the reason that it's so low is because most monitors are 250, 300 CDM squared. This one's 400 CDM squared, which is candelas per meter square. So this is probably one of the brighter monitors out there that you can find right now. That's what people call 400 nits. This is 400. So it's a very bright monitor. It's got a really nice USB hub on the side. I'll show you right now, since this does connect to HDMI, I have it connected to my laptop. That's what you're seeing right there. So there's the laptop, but look over here. Check that out. That's a 2-port USB 2.0 hub built in right to the side monitor. Very convenient, very useful. You can plug in your camera, your phone, keyboard, mouse. It can all go right there. You don't have to go underneath to your computer, and it just comes with a USB cable that's underneath on the bottom. So that's a really nice, cool little feature on this very cool looking monitor. I'll tell you what, let me show you a little bit. It's a little hard for me to show you, but well, let me show you the articulation first of all. Obviously, you've seen the swivel. Look at it, super smooth. Super smooth swivel, gotta love it. Now, this thing is interesting in the fact that it connects only via HDMI and VGA. That's because HDMI is becoming such a much more popular connection type for displays. A lot of the new computers all have HDMI outputs on them. The laptops, the notebooks. I'm using the Gateway. It's got an HDMI out on it, so that's very cool. It's also got a VGA, and then of course it takes the USB. It's got 3 USB connectors, 2 for the port, and then 1 for a feature I'll show you in a second, which is the fact that you can rotate it and it'll automatically change the aspect ratio, or it'll rotate it 90 degrees for you. So that's cool. But let's go into the other part of the stand that I like. So first was swivel, next up and down. So it's all the way up right now, and if you want to go all the way down, that's all the way down. Really easy to do. And then the other one you can do is tilt. So if you're getting a glare, you can tilt all the way back, or if it's lower down, or if it's above your head and you want to tilt it down, you can do that as well. It's really easy to articulate, and I really like it just for that. Now, one of the coolest features, obviously, like I said, is the portrait. So let me show you that. Now, to get into portrait mode, you can't just crank it. What you gotta do is you lift it up, you pull it out towards you, and then what you do is you kind of have to manhandle it, but you pretty much crank it just like that, and then you can kind of put it back right where you want it, and it'll automatically display for you. And check that out. Now, just to show you how it works, I brought my mouse here. Let me pull up. Let's try my blog. This is actually, Gmail will work even better. I'll show you both. Check out Gmail. Let's just log on here real quick. So take a look at your Gmail. Look how nice it is to have all your Gmail just sitting there, and you can literally just scroll through all of it. If you read a lot of blogs on a daily basis, you can pretty much, let's see, I'll click on here. Look, here's a blog, and you get to read the entire thing all at once, and it'll all just be there. You get to see it in portrait mode. It's great. You get a lot of information in a really small space. All right, so again, if you're in the market for something that's really stylish, check it out. Piano, silver, nice contrast, very cool. You need something that's powerful, 400 nit, 5 millisecond response time, 1000:1 contrast ratio. So it's gonna be great for gaming, great for all that good stuff, and it has to be articulate. It has to be able to move, swivel, portrait, up, down. this is a monitor that you're gonna really want to look at. It's reasonably priced. This monitor, when it first came out, it's still relatively new, but it was over $1,000, and now it's way below that, putting it into a price range where a lot more people can afford it and enjoy the performance that something like this is going to give you. Now, if you have questions on this monitor, any other monitors, or monitors in general, feel free to email me, and I will see you guys next time. For more information on the HP w2408h 24-inch widescreen LCD, go to CompUSA and type in H25-2408 in the search box. Or you can always call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-CompUSA.